I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Pottspool, and you're watching the Running Report show where we give you running news produced for and by the culture. Yeah, we're back, bruh. Let's just get right into it though. We'll talk at the end a little bit about being back. It's been a while, like 5 years since the start of Running Report and doing all this. Let's just get into it. At the 2024 Florida Relays, we had an epic men's 4x100. I'm talking Grant Holloway, the best short hurdler in the world right now. PJ Austin, a former Florida Gator. Ariane Knighton, a world 200 meter medalist at 20 years old, and Joseph Fambule, an NCAA champion while at Florida. Gainesville Elite ran 37.67, which is the 11th fastest time in history according to World Athletics. But the fireworks didn't stop there. Grant Holloway has always been in Team USA relay talks since graduating college, but has never competed at the Olympics or World Championships in the relay. This hiding at the World Indoor Championships last month when Noah Lyles was placed on the 4x400 meter team, causing a lot of outrage on social media from Fred and Grant and just everyone in general. Everyone had an opinion about it. When asked about this hot topic of the Team USA relays for Ariane, PJ, and Grant, this was their response for Sidious Mag.
Look, Team USA was here. They obviously saw what we just ran, so we're gonna see what happens. Obviously, Ariane and PJ are the young ones. Obviously,
no politics.
Ariane and PJ are the young ones, so they have a chance to, put themselves in history books. But it's just a start. We leave the politics out of it. We just get ready, so we don't gotta get ready.
We just having fun out here, man, at our home track, man.
See, now I need to stir the pots. I need to stir the pots real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't y'all just love that? Like the competitiveness, the little bit of pettiness on it too, and then really just being locked in to their task. Grant Holloway knows I'm one of the best in the world. I don't really need to be on the relay, but who wouldn't want to be on the USA relay? Like we usually win in, especially if you have all these accolades to cement yourself as one of the greatest. It would be an honor to be on the relay team. So this is how we make this happen. This is how we eliminate all the politics. Well, not all of them, but we can eliminate some of the politics. US Olympic trials this year, 4x1 and 4x4, we run that. We run that at the Olympic trials. We can get 8 groups, 8 teams on the line for one round. Whatever group wins that 4x4, 4x1 gets to represent Team USA at the Olympics. Pros is that we get a competitive relays year around. We were about to have one of the best 4x1 anchors probably of all time. It was gonna be Joseph Fambule versus Noah Lyles in that last 100 meters, but Noah and Kendall Williams, they couldn't get that handoff right, and Joseph just ran away with the victory for Gainesville Elite. We can see that much more over the course of the year, and who doesn't love a 4x4 to end the meet? And a 4x4 that actually matters is what we want to see, not just a 4x4 playing around, trying to get a rep in. Now let me give you a con to it. Extra racing at the US Olympic trials. I know coaches, I know athletes, I bet they ain't gonna want that. This is the pro from it. We still have a relay pool. So just because this team wins doesn't mean that we have to go with that 4 straight up no matter what. We still have a relay pool from our top 100 guys, our top 100 girls, our top 400 girls, and our top 400 guys. They can jump in, swap in, coach's discretion, and I'm sure they'll do that what is best for the team. My next con is this right here. Possibly may not have the best runners and best sprinters, because like there could be politics. And my last pro right here, we allow fans to gain allegiance to certain teams and groups, like a Gainesville Elite. If we allow Gainesville Elite to be represented at the Olympics, you know how many people from Florida are gonna be riding for these guys? And not just in the 4x1, but also in their individual events as well. And we get to have that rivalry. We have people butting heads. We have people hyped about Gainesville Elite and these certain training groups that are around the country that really don't get talked about. I think that would really just be exciting stuff. My last con is that it may just cause unnecessary beef that we may not need. We have people switching training groups, switching relay teams, middle of the season, whatever it may be. That may be unnecessary beef, but like, we need that. We need that too. I'm not saying like we need people throwing hands or anything like that, but like we just like, it's cool if it's testy. It's cool if there's an understanding that like what happens on the track stays on the track and like we all good afterwards, but just that competitive rivalry of just knowing like, yeah, my 4x1 smacked you 5 times at USA's and like my team won the 4x1 and the 4x4 and we're representing, we earned that spot. I don't know. I think that would be dope. USATF, hit me up. I don't need money from this. Just tell me that you took my idea, that would be, actually, I don't even need that. Like, bro, I'm just a messenger. Y'all can take that USATF. Y'all can take that, you feel me? That's y'all. Let's stay in the realm of crazy stats and crazy times from this past weekend. Right here, let's start with Quincy Wilson. This past weekend, he ran a 45.19. During the indoor season, you saw him break the national record, running 45.76 for the 400 meters. And now he's the second fastest sophomore of all time, and he's tied with Michael Norman for the 10th fastest US high schooler ever. This dude's only a sophomore. He's 16 years old, and a crazy stat for Quincy Wilson, and this star is just growing bigger and bigger. Now we got Elizabeth Leachman, who now owns 3 national records as a sophomore in high school. In the 3,200 meters, she got that earlier this year outdoors. Indoor 5,000 meters, she got that last month. Now she's the outdoor 5,000 meter record holder. She ran 15:25 with college kids, dominating the college kids at the least 2 at the Texas Relays, breaking the meet record as well. These 2 high school sophomores are just absolutely incredible. It's telling me that the crazy stat is not the 15:25, it's not the 45:19, but the crazy stat is class of 2026. Like, what's going on with these sophomores nowadays that they're running this fast? Elizabeth Leachman, even though everyone was saying, oh, she's trying to break the 5,000 meter record, she said that wasn't really on my mind. She just wanted to push herself to the limit and run faster than what she did indoors, and that's exactly what she did. I feel like their laid back attitude and kind of just having fun with it has really benefited them a lot, because they're allowed to do that as sophomores. The pressure's not on them to finish high school and get this all done before they go to college. It's really, I'm 16 years old, like, I'm gonna run as fast as I can. If I die, I die. I'm 16, I'm a sophomore, I'm a wise fool.
You guys have officially made me lose my marbles! This is a nightmare!
I like a non-friendly rivalry. I ain't even gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? I want to put hands. I like going into a race wanting to put hands on somebody.
What, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Draymond.
Like,
Hold on, you acting like Draymond. We're back, and let's jump right back into the sprints with Gabby Thomas, who had an amazing season opener this weekend at the Texas Relays. This year, she ran a 10.88, barely over the legal win limit, and she doubled back in the 200 meters and ran a 22.08 as well. Looking back at Gabby's past 4 years opening up at the Texas Relays, it's pretty much been 100 and 200 meter double, besides all the way back in 2021. And it's promising after her performance this year that she will even eclipse her PR of 21.60 and possibly get an Olympic gold. She told Citius Mag that she's particularly happy with the 10.88 because she is inching closer and closer to that legal sub 11, and she wants to show everybody that she means business.
I mean, it means a lot. I feel like I have a chip on my shoulder with the 100 because no one ever wants to consider me a 100-meter runner. But I feel like I am, and I work really hard, and I'm getting better. My start's getting better, my transition's getting better, and so I do want to prove to everyone that I could run it, because I know I can. And I know I can run with the heavy hitter 100-meter runners. So yeah, that felt good.
Now Gabby's locked into this 100, and I think I know why. Because she has Sharika Jackson, the back-to-back reigning world champion, standing in her way, the second fastest ever. Now there's also other women. Julian Alfred, I feel like, is going to be really good in the sprints this year. But Sharika Jackson, that's the main one. She's focusing. She wants to get her first Olympic gold as well, just like Gabby. But Gabby knows, Gabby Thomas knows, that if she gets under the 100, it's going to be great for her fundamentally. To be able to run that fast, it will be a confidence builder for Gabby Thomas in order to go into this Olympic Games. So I believe if Gabby gets a legal under 11 before the Olympics, you may want to bet on GT. I'm just saying, you may want to bet on GT. Sharika's nice too, though. But while this Harvard grad, Gabby Thomas, is putting everyone on notice, this Harvard junior is doing exactly the same, and that is why it is my underrated performance of the week. At the Florida Relays, Victoria Bossong ran 2 minutes .92. This means she PR'd by about 6 seconds in her outdoor season opener. Who does that? Like what? Who does that? Bossong has entered the chat and a loaded NCAA 800 meter field that's already a part of a loaded US women 800 meter field. This makes the women's 800 even more exciting. It's led on the NCAA side by the fearless Michaela Rose out of LSU that's already breaking outdoor records in the 600 meter. Like, she doesn't stop. And then we have the calculated Juliet Whitaker from Stanford who beat Michaela at NCAA indoors. It's going to be exciting, but Bossong, believe me, let me get ahead of myself. She won't be a threat at NCAA's until she gets under that 2 flat barrier. But the fact that she runs 52.7 in the open 400 meter tells me that, like, this is just a launching point for Bossong. We're gonna be talking about this Harvard junior at the end of the season. Like, believe that. She also has Sophia Goryaron that's with her as well, and that she doesn't train with her directly, but the fact that she's gonna have someone else on her team pushing her to get to the NCAAs, pushing her to make the 800 even more competitive, is gonna be really exciting to see what Victoria Bossong does towards the end of the season. Only about 3 months to NCAAs, it's getting exciting. Now let's end this show with a reminder that anything is possible. Last weekend, the Speed Project took place, which is probably the most secretive ultra marathon in the world. The Speed Project's mystique comes from with no website, invitation only, and a 340-mile race distance with no official race course. This year, the team Raramuri stole our hearts. The team of 6 indigenous women from Chihuahua, Mexico, Angela, Argelia, Isadora, Lucy, Vero, and Yulisa, completed the ultra marathon relay in 52 hours and 22 minutes. All 6 women wore a traditional Raramuri dress that is directly tied to their indigenous culture. One of the women, Argelia, even ran the whole thing in huaraches, a Mexican sandal. Like, honestly, just amazing to see. I saw this. I was following the Speed Project, had some friends running it, and I saw this at the end of it, just on an Instagram reel, I believe it was from Women's Running, and I was just thought, like, this is amazing to see people from their own culture go out of their way and just enjoy running, pushing themselves to their limits, and doing it just not even doing it in an unusual or unique way, because what they're wearing, what they're doing is normal to their culture. By just seeing them cross the line and running that dress and represent what they represent, you can feel how much this impacts other people. Like, it makes me want to just be unapologetically myself and do the things that I want to do, even though I may not belong in that circle. But it's running and you love it and you want to do it no matter what. That's gonna do it this week on the Running Report. Hopefully we can do this next week. No promises, you feel me? No promises. I promised before, and what I got us. Hopefully we can do this more next week. I hope you guys like this style of the video. Gonna try and just try some things different. Always gonna try and keep it under 15 minutes and just have fun with more of this running content. I'm kind of just really filling it out this week, so this felt kind of weird, kind of like forced. I don't know, like, shoot. Give this dude a break. It's been a minute. We're gonna get more loose with it. We're gonna be having more fun with it. We're gonna tell more jokes. Just have a good time and just review some running stuff and give you guys some new stuff that y'all haven't really seen before. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sticking around. More things on the Running Report and just 2 black runners. All of it coming soon. Believe that. We'll see y'all next time. Well, don't believe it, but like, we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna always be here. That's facts.